at the time, Larry was the treasurer of the council, and for the contest, Floyd made the announcements. He was the announcer. I guess the play-by-play was pretty interesting. And so that was my first contact with him.
And Los Olas did real good on that contract too. You guys not even won it.
We had fun.
Yeah, surprised everybody.
Yes. And I finally earned enough money to buy a custom surfboard. So in 65, August 10th, 1965. Wow.
You are back,
Dave.
You were the first custom surfboard. Who was it with?
Back Dave.
This is still your receipt order for.
Oh, yeah. With these guys. Over on Santa Fe Street. And I could not afford my Kenson model because I think it was $20 more or something. But I did get a 3-stringer, 10-foot board with a glassed on, of course they're all glassed on, solid red fin. It was the best board ever. You still have it, David? I don't still have it. And then from about 1965 until 1993, Gordon and Smith made about 1 billion surfboards and 1 billion skateboards, and went on to become great industry giants and wonderful, wonderful people. But I did not have any contact until the summer of 1993. I started surfing here at Tourmaline again. They kicked me out of Old B because I talked too much.
You were auditing all of
I came over here incognito, and of course, Ron St. John found me out where I worked, and I was busted. But anyway, in 1993, I was riding a G&S board shaped by Larry Mauville, and I was surfing out here one summer day, and there was a guy out here on a solid white board, G&S board, and he's riding pretty good. But the thing that was neat about him was he was complimenting me. Saying, hey, you're getting some nice rides. Well, we were both having a good ride, so we complimented each other. It was Larry, and he's riding that white board. You remember it.
Great white.
And we were having some great time over here at Old Dan's. And about a year later, I saw Larry in the parking lot. I gathered every bit of confidence I could to go up to him, actually approach him, and ask him if he would make me a surfboard. And of course he said, sure, I'll make you a board, come on over. So he made me a board. I have more on each board.
You do. Kind of a different looking board there, Dave.
It's a little different. And the thing that was amazing about it, you know, I got it, I took it out, and I wrote it, and it just got me to write Larry and Debbie a letter. And of course, working for the IRS, you keep copies of everything. Because you never know. They're hiring right now. So, on April 8th, I wrote a letter to Larry and Debbie, and I just wanted to say, I'll just read a couple things. It said, I just wanted to let you know that I sure did appreciate how nice all of you are. I mean, I met Debbie, I met Gail, I met Larry, of course, and they were just so sweet. You treated me so well. I just don't know what else to say except thank you. Thank you. That's what we're here for. We're saying thank you. You and the good spirit that you share are a part of what makes surfing so important to me. And that's, again, I'm sure what's shared by all of us here.
Yes.
Well, as Larry was shaping the board, he would sit across his desk from me, and he'd share all he had his desk piled with stuff. I mean, you know, he knew what was there, but it's like, anyway, he was sharing with all kinds of stuff. But he invited me to go to a summer surf outreach over at Ocean Beach Elementary, where I used to be a janitor. And the real kicker was that Ricky Ryan was going to be the key speaker. Well, I went to high school with Ricky Ryan, and I said, Ricky was, you know, a great surfer and skateboarder. And so I said, well, I think I'll go to this and take this opportunity. I'd like to see Ricky and see what's going on and see what the event's all about. Well, it turned out it was a Christian surfers outreach. And I will tell you without a doubt that it was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. And I will be eternally grateful for that invitation. And beyond that, Larry also told me, hey, I have a Bible study at my house. And he drew me a map. He saved it. Well, we didn't have GPS maps. Changed my life. Sometime ask Larry and Floyd about that. It's wonderful. Well, shortly thereafter I was reading Longboard magazine and there was an article about Hap Jacobs. And I was reading it and I said, gee whiz, you know, it's a great article. And Hap Jacobs is a great shape, great board. But the thing about it was that I felt that strongly about Larry. So I wrote a letter to Longboard magazine. Kept copy. There you go. And I'll just read a little bit. This was what was going on. It says, most longtime surfers are aware that Larry has been producing excellent surfboards over 37 years. Several of the shapers you interviewed in your article worked for Larry and have shaped for Gordon Smith. Larry shaped boards which reflect his devotion to the sport. He works hours ensuring that each board will evolve into a functional work of art. Each board becomes one with the sea. And blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is that, you know, I just felt so compelled, and I think each one of you reading your here is compelled to know that the boards that these guys have produced, and Gordon and Smith have produced over the years, have become integral parts of our lives. And that's, you know, another part, the reason they're all hanging on the wall. Well, going a little bit forward, fast forward, became an important milestone for me was one day Larry, I think I was up there and he was shaping a board, but he said, hey, come over here, I want to show you this board I'm making. It was an 11-foot swallowtail. And I looked at that and I said, oh, I've got to have one of these. And I asked him, this became, everybody was asking this question, what does that swallowtail do? And so, Larry shaped me an 11-foot swallowtail. I wrote it for a long time. I've never gone back. Swallowtail are sweet. And of course, during this time, about the mid-90s, Floyd came down from rescue. And so I got to reestablish a contact with Floyd again, and that was really sweet. And about 1998 or 1999, Floyd put out a model, and it's called the Perfecto. 99. Was it 99? And one day, Floyd came down, and this is a little story too. Whenever Floyd would come down to San Diego, Larry would announce it. And we'd announce it as being Floyd Smith Day at Tourmaline. And anytime he'd be here, we'd have Floyd drive around the parking lot. Almost like a little parade. This particular day,